What is up, guys? It's your boy back to my roots, Cacus, and today, March 10th, we have a new weekly reset within Destiny 2. So, what the heck is going on this week? Well, let's get started. Alright, now the first thing you'll need to do upon opening up the game is install a new patch, update 9.5.5.5. So, let's take a look at those patch notes. Patch note. Singular. So there's just one change this week, which is, in general, fixed an issue where some weapons were not benefiting from their weapon foundry sponsorships when active. Admittedly, this was an issue. I remember when it was Tex Mechanica foundry sponsorship for the week, so Tex Mechanica weapons were supposed to get boosted damage in the portal. Like, some of the best Tex Mechanica weapons were not even affected by that. They did the exact same damage. So Bungie did need to fix this, but as you can imagine, guys, they're getting absolutely clowned for this. I mean, everyone's making fun of the fact that it's not patch notes, it's patch note. Heck, someone submitted a community note on Twitter saying it's actually patch note, not patch notes. So yeah, this is a pretty depressing one. I mean, honestly, Bungie, why could you have not squeezed this into a previous patch? But you'll see why as we go further in the video. They had to do this today, but yeah, it is what it is. Might be the most depressing Destiny 2 patch of all time, to be honest. Anyways, moving on from there. When you open up the game, one of the first pop-ups you're likely to see is this one right here. Celebrate Women's History Month with the information about donating to the Bungie Foundation and getting an exclusive emblem. Bungie talked about this and we talked about this in the last weekly update. Now, after that, guys, the next pop-up you're likely to see is this one right here. The Suros Weapon Foundry sponsorship starts now, with the description saying Suros Foundry weapons deal overcharged damage. So, what does that actually look like in-game? How much damage are we talking about? Because we can see this event modifier right here in this activity. Keep in mind, you can take this off if you want. It doesn't affect your score, so it's purely beneficial. You don't have to use Suros Foundry weapons. If you don't, it kind of makes no difference, and if you do, you get a little bit of a benefit. Now, in terms of a little bit of a benefit, here's what that looks like. Honestly, one of the better, more exciting Suros weapons is the Unwavering Duty Machine Gun. This is one of the newer Trials of Osiris weapons, and this is one of the best machine guns in the entire game. I have the roll here of Incandescent plus Killing Tally, and it's fantastic. So, I'm going into the firing range. I'm taking off the Suros sponsorship event modifier, and with that off, I do 80 damage for a headshot. Then I'm going to put it back on and load right back in, and now I'm doing 100 damage for a headshot. And that's going to be a 25% damage increase, which is not nothing. You can see in the background gameplay, I'm using the Unwavering Duty, and of course the namesake Suros regime, because why not? But I do really think Bungie needs to massively increase the amount of damage you get from these weapon foundry sponsorships, because when we have Special Surge or Heavy Surge, it doubles the damage of all special weapons or all heavy weapons. This is only weapons from one particular foundry, and they're only getting a 25% damage increase. Again, compared to those other surges, I think we could go, up to 50%, and I do think it should be double damage, just like those other ones, because it is more niche, and then that would give people a lot more reason to switch up their loadouts and use some different and interesting weapons. You can also see that it's not active in PvP. Honestly, it'd kind of be fun if they did like 10% more damage in PvP. I mean, at this point, why not? For the few people left, maybe it would make them switch up their loadouts, or maybe that would just be annoying and that's a bad idea. But hey, something Bungie could experiment with. Now, moving on from there, guys, what else is going on this week? Well, let's take a look at the weekly offers in Eververse. So one of the first things you're going to notice if you open the Eververse store is that you do have the Revelry items back. These were added years ago. Actually, the Revelry is when the Arbalest was added. So again, that is like near Forsaken time, like so long ago. And you can see I'm going to go over all of the different armor sets, firstly for the Warlock, then we're going to check out the Titan right here, and then finally the Hunter. We also have some of the Revelry exotic items like the Ladybug shell right here, as well as a ship and a sparrow. And we also have some shaders and emotes as well. So if you missed out on the Revelry, I know there's been players who have been asking for this stuff to come back for a very long time, so this is your chance. Now, aside from that, guys, nothing too crazy featured, and again, what really surprises me is what's not here. As you can see right here, if I open up my collections tab on my Warlock, I go to armor and then I go to universal ornaments. You can see that at the very end here, after tabbing to the second last page, there is a marathon ornament set right here. And there's actually a different marathon themed set for all of the different characters. When is Bungie going to release it? I mean, marathon release week was last week. If they're not doing it this week, like, when the heck are they gonna do it? If ever. Honestly, they might be holding off because there is a ton of negativity from Destiny 2 players towards Marathon. Trust me, I know. Every time I put out a Marathon video, it gets slammed with dislikes and comments from people angry about Marathon. Now, is it frustrating that I'm putting out a helpful Marathon guide and people are disliking for stuff that has nothing to do with me? I'm still covering Destiny 2. The Marathon videos are just extra. But their point is simply that they feel like Marathon has taken away the much needed resources that Destiny 2 required, and with the state Destiny 2 is in right now, they definitely got a point, guys. But again, the negativity from Destiny players towards Marathon is so high that maybe Bungie is just saying, we'll release this when and if things calm down. Because, I mean, it's so weird that these are still not available a week after the game's launch. Now, aside from that, guys, in the background gameplay, I'm also just going to be going over the different Bright Dust offers for this week, so I'll let that play out. And then finally, guys, the last thing we're going to look at here is going to be Zavala's Vanguard Arms rewards. So checking out the available weapon, it is the something something sniper rifle. So taking a look at the first one right here, we do have no distractions, stopping power, and discord on the left, and then redirection, which is very good, kinetic tremors, which is very good, and adhesive ordnance, which is a new perk, a very interesting perk. So the right column perks are pretty good, but the left column perks honestly are not that great. Now for the second option here, we've got snapshot sights, again stopping power, and again discord, and then kinetic tremors, which is great. Boxed breathing, not so much. Adhesive ordnance, again, is an interesting one. Then for the third option here, guys, in the left, we do have no distractions. And then finally, triple tap, very good PvE perk. Snapshot sights, again, great for PvP. And then in the right column, All-Star plus kinetic tremors plus adhesive ordnance. Triple tap plus any of those is quite interesting, especially since All-Star got a buff. That's a big damage increase for picking up ammo. Then in the fourth one here, once again, we have triple tap, then snapshot, then bewildering, and this time we have redirection, which is another kind of interesting perk, can definitely get a big damage increase out of that, and kinetic tremors, which is very good with triple tap and box breathing again. Finally, for the fifth and final option here, we've got no distractions plus triple tap plus snapshot sights, and then all-star, adhesive, and elemental honing is an interesting one. Again, if you can max that out, triple tap plus elemental times 5 is a crazy amount of damage here, guys. So, which one should you pick? Well, here are the most popular perk combos according to light.gg, and here is their rankings. They have the first 3 ranked as an A tier and the last 2 ranked as an S tier. Now, I'm going to slightly disagree. I think the third one here is also, frankly, an S tier, simply because you get triple tap plus the 2 different magazine extending perks, plus kinetic tremors. Like, that is the most popular combo. And then you do have the choice of All-Star. All-Star was somewhat recently buffed, and so that's something that, you know, a lot of people are still undervaluing. Overall, I think the last 3, something with triple tap plus kinetic tremors, that is what you want to go for, guys. Or maybe triple tap plus elemental honing if you already have the other role. So guys, there you have it. That is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCactus, that is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.